What's up guys, welcome to my channel. Today is a fun day. This is the video that I feel like anybody can benefit from, especially if you love makeup, because everybody knows that when you pop on a lash, it just takes your eye look to the next level. It'll take your whole makeup to the next level. So I'm going to show you guys my tips and tricks on how to apply false lashes, what I do, what I like to use, and just a couple little techniques and things to just make it a little bit easier on yourself. So if you would like to learn my tips and tricks with false lashes, then just keep on watching. So before we actually get into applying them, I'm going to go over a couple things that you guys should have in front of you. First of all, you're going to need a lash. So today I'm going to use this Pixie Luxe by House of Lashes because it is a little bit bigger of a lash, and I'm going to show you guys how I kind of maneuver it to break it in for first wear, and I feel like these are a little bit harder to apply, so I'm going to use that. You're going to need a lash adhesive. I'm going to use Duo. I've used Duo for years. This one's just the clear white. Any adhesive that you have, this has never ever let me down. I also really like the black one too, especially if you're wearing an eyeliner. I like to apply with a dull tweezer. So this is a tweezer that I've had for a really long time by Tweezerman, and it's sharp, but it's not that sharp. Just be really careful when you're applying your eyelashes with tweezers because it can go very badly very quickly. So if you feel more comfortable with using your fingers, I will show you how to apply with your fingers as well. Another thing that you're going to need is a scissor. Any kind of cosmetic scissor will do. The ones at MAC have like a little bit of a nub on it, so it's not super sharp, but this is a tweezing one. I like to cut my lashes with it. And another thing you'll need is a mirror, obviously, so you can see what you're doing. And then since I have a liner on, I'm going to have my eyeliner on standby. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is make sure that your eyes are ready to go. And then I have a mirror in front of me, a swivel mirror. So what I really like to do is I like to put it directly underneath me and tilt it up so that I am looking down like this. And this way I can just really see what's going on, and I can see clearly where my lashes start coming out of my eyelid. I want to get them as close as possible to that so that they look very natural. Okay, so I'm going to take the lash out. First thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to measure them, and lucky for you guys, I have small eyes, so I have to do this with every single eyelash for the most part that I ever purchase. So taking your eyelashes out can be tricky too. I like to bend the actual plastic and grip them with my whole hand or like my whole fingers like this so that you do not rip the lash. This will become kind of second nature to you once you start wearing eyelashes. So as you can see, this eyelash is relatively large in terms of this, so you always want to make sure that you're fitting the correct eye. Generally, the smaller hairs will go on the inner corner, so you never want to cut them because they're made to kind of make this as natural as a transition as possible. So you always want to clip from the outside edge. And then what I'm going to do, let me zoom in. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look down into my mirror that's tilted up, and I'm going to lay the eyelash down on my eyelash. So you can see it's very big. It's a really big eyelash, so it looks like the amount that's hanging off is, I don't know, a quarter of an inch. So I'm going to snip it off the end, and then I'm going to lay it back down and make sure that it fits the way I want it to. So that looks good to me, and then I'm going to also do it for the other eye because you never know, sometimes your eyes are a different size. So this is the amount that I took off the actual eyelash. Kind of a large amount of the eyelash, to be honest with you. Like, that's a lot. But you know what? My little eyes cannot take that long of an eyelash, and you'll end up with a huge mess at the end. Now for glue. This is my personal glue. If you are a makeup artist and you're just starting out, always put your eyelash glue on something. Do not ever put it directly on the eyelash, because if you're dealing with multiple clients, that's just unsanitary. So if it's just you, you can apply it directly to the eyelash. I'm going to just get a little bit of it out and then start lining the lash band. Just a thin amount of glue. And then what I like to do is I like to hold it like this so that it starts to form and round to the eye shape. I like to wiggle it back and forth for about 30 seconds. That's the hardest part about lashes, is making sure that your lash glue is ready to be slapped on. So I'm gonna take the tweezer and I'm gonna grab the lash at the center, halfway through. And then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna hold it like this and then rest my finger on my forehead to stabilize. Stabilization is key. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look down into my mirror and I'm gonna lay this lash down and tap it into the center, like that. And then adjust the outer corner and then the inner corner. I'm trying not to blink so it doesn't move. And then you just want to adjust it. So the key to really adhering it is to adjust the opposite way that your eye is looking. So I'm going to look towards this direction with my eyeball, and I'm going to press this part in. And then when you want to make sure that this is completely laid down on your lash, you look towards your nose and adjust the outer corner so that it's like opposite. And then what I'm doing is I'm just pushing it up so that the eyelash is on there. I'm going to do the same thing with the other one, except I'm going to try to use my fingers. This is so much easier when you do not have fake nails on. So I'm going to hold the end actually this time and balance my hand on my forehead and adhere the lash. Then again, adjust the outer corner and then lay down the inner corner. Okay, so taking my eyeliner, because I used a clear adhesive, I just want to make sure that even though it is clear, that there isn't any kind of like shininess at the band. So I'm going to look down into the mirror again and just take a little bit of my liner and line the band. If you are wearing liner, I think that this is totally not optional, just so, you know, it looks really nice and dark. Something I forgot to mention that was in front of me and is absolutely necessary as well is mascara. So I have this little sample of this Marc Jacobs mascara, and it is really, really good by itself, but I really like it because it's kind of bristly and I like the way it gets in between fake eyelashes. So I'm just going to apply and push the mascara into the natural lashes, but also into the fake ones, so that you can't really see the difference between either of them. So I also went ahead and put some mascara on my bottom lashes as well, but this is the easiest way that I know how to put on eyelashes. I really think it has to do with angling your mirror as well as making sure your lashes are the right length. The biggest thing is like taking your finger and balancing so that you're not like, ugh, because that definitely happens. That's just a trick that I've learned from applying lashes so many times. You just, I don't know, you just kind of find out your own little ways of doing things. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it useful, and share with me if it worked for you or not. Like I said, be really careful when putting a tweezer that close to your eyes. whether it's dull or not. It can just be kind of scary. So yeah, hopefully you guys can maybe even use my technique of using your fingernails and just placing that bad boy on your eyelashes. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would love for you to join me on this beauty adventure. Like this video if you liked it, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!